What's going on, everybody? It's June 14th, 2017. I'm sitting in Memphis, Tennessee. It was another hot day today. My name's Earl. This is More Bitcoin. And I hope today you were able to get some more Bitcoin, even though it would be tough today because Bitcoin went boom. And if you don't know why the price of Bitcoin has been taking a dive today, it has a lot to do with the article that came out from Bitmain, which is the main Chinese miner, if you've been keeping up with that. So I kind of wanted to do a quick little video on the scaling debate from my perspective. And I would say I have a different perspective than, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and things like that, read a lot of articles, do a lot of research about Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space in general. But when I come into it, I've been investing in Bitcoin for just 6 months. So I came in right before the price skyrocketed or kind of doubled this year. I came in right before that. So I came in at a pretty good time, not the optimal time of 3 or 4 years ago, but a pretty good time to come into the space. And the reason why I came into Bitcoin and the reason why Bitcoin was attractive to me is because mainly as a store of value and a way to build wealth in the future. I didn't really come into Bitcoin to, buy coffee or to, make micro purchases or anything. I understand that a lot of people do. A lot of people use their Bitcoin. A lot of people live off their Bitcoin and they make purchases. So the transaction stuff is real important to them. But for somebody like me, who came into the space, mainly to build wealth with Bitcoin long term. Somebody who wanted to hold their Bitcoin for hopefully as long as possible, maybe until, pass them on to my children or something like that. I have no interest I've never sold any of my Bitcoin. I have no interest in selling any of my Bitcoin anytime soon. So the thing like the scaling debate I come to it from a whole different perspective. I don't come to it from a perspective of this side or that side because honestly, I'm on my side. And the most important thing to me is not to break Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is broken, which means you have 2 Bitcoins after, sometime later this year, to me that means Bitcoin is broken. Bitcoin is not the same, and Bitcoin probably won't be an attractive long-term investment for me anyway. I don't know if I'd sell all my Bitcoin, but I do know I'd probably stop investing so heavily in Bitcoin. The idea of Bitcoin would lose some of its value. I like the idea of Bitcoin being the digital gold, and to me, honestly, I just don't understand, especially why Bitcoin is so volatile. I can understand people who trade Bitcoin because, the short-term profits, that's something that you can do. But as far as making purchases with Bitcoin, an asset that's like doubled almost, and it actually tripled in less than 6 months. If you're making purchases with Bitcoin, that means if you buy something that's $100 and you're buying it with Bitcoin, that $100 worth of Bitcoin is going to be like you paid $300 for whatever you bought, 4 or 5 months ago. And to me, that doesn't make sense. Not until Bitcoin reaches a point where the price is more stable, the price isn't rising as much, and we haven't even reached the point where there's widespread adoption of Bitcoin or widespread usage of Bitcoin. So if you're optimistic about the future price of Bitcoin, I don't know if you think it's going to be 10,000 like some people say, 100,000 like some people say, or even 1 million like some people say. But if you project Bitcoin, just like say if you project Bitcoin to be 10,000 and you're buying something today, that means you're willing to pay 5 times as much for that product right now in Bitcoin than if you held your Bitcoin and just bought it with cash. You know what I'm saying? And I know you could just go ahead and buy some more Bitcoin right now, but when you sell your Bitcoin, you also, at this time, you're going to get the hit with the fees. So that's something else you got to think about. So it's the cost and the future cost starts to build up. So, you know, this is just the way I see it. You know, there are a lot of other altcoins and other cryptocurrency, but I just don't see any of them able to have the place that Bitcoin currently has as a secure store of value that has been unchanged and unbroken. So whether it's the miners or the user activated soft fork people or anybody like that, you know, it's like I said, I'm not a technical person. I'm not a trader. I have made very little investment into other coins. I mean, I bought some Ethereum before it jumped, but that was just because I was just sticking my toe in it. I bought a little Ethereum. I bought some Litecoin, and I've played around on other exchanges like Bittrex and Poloniex, because I just wanted to see what it was about. And I just figured out that trading wasn't for me. It just really wasn't an attractive thing for me. So what I really like is consistently buying Bitcoin and seeing my Bitcoin investment increase. You know, it's no different than the way I approach, you know, buying stocks. You figure out the stocks that you want. You figure out the stocks that you want in your portfolio long term, and then you buy them, you know, daily or weekly or monthly, but on a consistent basis, and you slowly see your portfolio build up. And that's what I liked about Bitcoin. So I just don't see that Bitcoin is going to have that same effect if it's broken. You know, oh, the sun is killing me. Sun is all over. But if Bitcoin is broken by the August 1st user activated soft fork or the miner activated hard fork, whichever one does it, it doesn't matter, because, you know, you could assigning blame to something after you've broken it makes no difference. You know, it doesn't help anybody. So you have to be careful about, you know, what you wish for, about trying to be the winner or trying to be the loser, because the only way we all win is if Bitcoin basically stays the same. You know, and I'm not saying that the fees stay the same and all that. I'm talking about there's one Bitcoin and there's only been one Bitcoin. You know, that's the only way we all win. So I'm not sure how this is going to be, you know, solved, or how things are going to be solved. All I do know is that I'll be in control of my private keys come August 1st, or way before August 1st, because I can imagine that the transaction fees are going to be start to really skyrocket probably after about July 15th. And I wouldn't want to have, you know, pay a significant amount of money to get my Bitcoins offline. So that's something I'm going to do. And this I just wanted to make this video because you're going to see a lot of videos from people who've been in the space for a long time, for years upon years, that are going to make videos about how the August 1st user activated soft fork is going to affect Bitcoin in general, and all these things, and how they feel, and which side they're on, and which plan they like, and all this. But from somebody where there's a lot of new people in this space, in the cryptocurrency space, and I think it's time for us to start letting, you know, other people in the space know exactly how we feel, you know, because most of the people I talk to aren't getting into Bitcoin to buy stuff with. You know, most people I convinced to get into Bitcoin, they want to park their money in there for years and buy consistently for years. They don't want to change it up and switch it up and buy all this kind of stuff, like ice cream truck coming by, so you might hear that. But yeah, so like I said, this is Earl with more Bitcoin. I'm gonna get another video out to you at midnight like I promised yesterday, but I just wanted to have this little video on the news that the with the Bitmain article coming out, and I wanted to just kind of put my 2 cents in, because I kind of want to, at least, use this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, as a place where I could at least put my voice in and let it be known, how people, and hopefully I get more people like me who are new to the space, who, just want to figure out ways to collect more Bitcoin and use Bitcoin as a store of wealth. And then we can all have our voices heard. And, you know, we can combine that with the people who have more experience or more technical expertise, and we can all kind of heal this Bitcoin space and this cryptocurrency space. But until later on tonight, this is Earl. Peace.